We have Paula Overby with us here today. Paula, do you want to talk about what office you're running for?
I'm running for the U.S. House of Representatives from Minnesota's 2nd District. For people who may not be familiar with that, Minnesota has 8 representatives in the House. We have 2 senators in our district, and I'm in District 2.
Okay, great. What made you want to run for office?
I think basically I see a government in Washington that's becoming dysfunctional. We see 2 political parties basically battling for control of the government, both blaming the other side, not really offering us any solutions, and really giving people no choice. So I'm running as an independent candidate. I think we need an independent candidate in order to mediate some of that polarization. I call it the political polarization of the American public. It's becoming quite severe, and we see it, of course, in the presidential race.
Yeah.
They basically turned it into a battle of the sexes. So,
what do you most advocate for?
well, this campaign has really focused from the beginning. I ran in 2014. This is our 2nd run, and we really have from the beginning focused on political process, changing our political process, engaging people in our politics, making politics maybe a little more respectable again, and to give people meaningful choices again. And I think that when we've accomplished that goal, then we will have won.
In regards to the education gap, is there any legislation that's out there that you would want people to know more about?
Well, I'm not focused on education at the federal level. I mean, the fundamental problem with any legislation at the federal level, it tends to create a mandate. The No Child Left Behind, the standardized testing. Now they're looking at the Common Core. Those things tend to come to us as a mandate. Okay, this is what you have to do, this is what school districts have to do, and they're generally not funded. And so they create a lot of constraints, a lot of pressure on school districts, and I don't think that they're accomplishing the goals that they're for the most part, I think the federal government could probably get out of education entirely.
Interesting.
One thing that people should definitely do is vote. Okay, we've got an election coming up in November. Young people in particular have been very absent from that. Part of the way our political process works is that, well, it's based on opinion polls, right? And so they look at the demographics, they look at the population. If you don't vote, then your opinion really doesn't matter. And so you don't have a voice in our political process. And especially for young women, that's a good starting point and an easy starting point.
That's good. So, one question that we've been asking everyone we interviewed is, are you a Backstreet Boy fan or an NSYNC fan, if you had to pick?
This has accidentally become a question that we ask everybody.
Well, I hate to acknowledge this, but I'm actually a New Kids on the Block.
Oh, no!
and I'm putting that out there now because I knew it was going to come up eventually.